Are a lot of men actually baffled by how women think? Yes. I studied brain science in university, which may be relevant here. Among teens and young adults, there really are significant differences in how the average person thinks between the two biological sexes. Young men often express surprise and confusion about the behavior and speech of young women. Similarly, young women often find young men cryptic and wish they would express more clearly how they feel. Some women are baffled by how men think, so why wouldn't it be the same? It's a general lack of understanding that people think differently and have different opinions. So many people out there stay within such small circles they can't comprehend that somebody would see the same evidence for something and draw different conclusions. It really has nothing to do with men or women, but rather experience and maturity. Some of my best friends in life were girls. Even my very first friend ever was a girl, so I kinda always got their perspective in life easily. I'm no expert or anything, but yeah. It tends to be notably different in a few big and little ways, and if you're the type of person who can't imagine that other people can feel differently than you, then you'll have trouble with such fundamental differences in outlook. It's different case to case, but like the sending dick pics thing. In a guy's mind, there'd be nothing sexier than just getting a random naked picture from a girl without asking. But to a girl, it's extremely off-putting. So honestly, yeah, some guys are just baffled by girls. If you're on the internet too much, yeah, lots of people are trying to push this. Women and men are so different you can't understand what each other thinks. Junk. If you speak to real people in real life, face to face, and they aren't dogshit at communicating, there's really no problem. Although, most people are terrible at communicating. A lot of people in general are just baffled by the idea that other humans are fully independent sentient beings with thoughts and desires of their own. Theoretically, this is something that should seep into their brains in infancy. But a lot of people manage to be fantastically dumb despite having historically unprecedented access to knowledge. My hunch is that some men assume women are all alike. They get flummoxed when any two of us want different things from a partner or as a career. Woman A wants to be given long stem roses. Woman B thinks they are a waste of resources, so prefers chocolate. There is no collective what women want, and for some reason, some guys can't process this simple fact. I'm a man and I'm baffled how all people think, or mostly not think at all. I'm convinced as a man it's hardwired somewhere. My wife will say your shirt is on the dining room chair and I'll just think yes it is. A few hours later she'll say I asked you to put that away and it's still there. She thought she'd said one thing, but I just heard what she actually said. Women think differently in that sense. Most people are baffled by how other people think. A man will ask for a blanket, a woman will tell you she's cold and expect you to know that means she wants you to go get her a blanket. As a man, I'm only shocked when a girl thinks in a way that's emotionally immature. Not that guys aren't the same at times. But I can at least understand the male perspective better through my life experience. When a girl is hypocritical or stands her ground from an emotional decision long term, I sometimes cannot fathom why. When my wife and I argue, my brain frequently shorts out on me because I can't possibly fathom my wife's line of logic. Yes, I'm frequently baffled by how women get to their conclusions and why they are concluding things in such a manner. Yes, there are differences in socialization and experience which can make it difficult for people to understand things from the other person's perspective. It's typically a little easier for women to understand things from a male perspective because we still consume a lot of media that's presented from a male perspective, so we get to see a bit more of life through those eyes. This is not a gender thing, it's a personality thing. As an autistic woman, I'm always lost on what other people think. No one knows what anyone else is thinking, ever. Women and men think the same in 95% of situations. The only reason you think differently is because you focus on the 5. The more I go online, the more convinced I am that men don't trust women to think for themselves. This notion that women don't know what we want or don't know what is best for us or can't see past our emotions is played over and over in thousands of messages everywhere. They need to learn that we are people just like you and are fully capable of doing all the same human things without your help. Yeah, totally. Bear in mind that a lot of men are raised exclusively to empathize with other men. Often, we are taught from a young age that we're not supposed to play with or associate with little girls, and we're not supposed to like the things they like them or not supposed to do the things that they do. And as a result, we don't have much to talk about with them. Young men are taught that being like a girl in any way is an insult. And then we're baffled by the fact that it takes them decades in adulthood to learn how to interact with women. If they learn it at all. I lucked out because I was basically raised by women, but not everybody has that situation.